All right, so again, we're going to do 3 lying down, then we'll jump up and do 3 standing. The first 2 are more isometric based, and then we'll do the dynamic. So opposite arm out to the side, same side arm across your chest. So I'll start with my right leg. I'll slide the foot out to the side just a little bit. My toes are going to rotate out. We're going to lift that foot up. And as you hold this for this 30 seconds, we're making sure that that leg is staying up and the pelvis is staying nice and level. It wants to kind of rotate down that side that you lift. And I'm thinking about, can I keep my knee straight? This opposite knee likes to flare out to the side, but I'm going to try to keep that aligned with the pelvis. Breathing into it. Tightening up through your core, but still allowing your breathing to move nice and gently. So now I'll do left arm or right arm out to the side, left leg. We're going to slide out, then rotate the toes and kneecap outward. And then we're lifting that leg up and hold. And so here it's like you're trying to bring the leg that's lifted, that side of pelvis, towards this leg. They're trying to almost like squeeze towards each other. Five seconds. Slowly lower. Now we're going to go ahead and turn over. We're going to do a shoulder flexion exercise. So I put the back of my hand down, and I'll put my forehead on the back of my hand. We'll do thumb up towards the ceiling, and we're going to lift and hold. Keeping that elbow straight as much as you can. And I'm thinking about, not only can I go up towards the ceiling, but can I reach those fingertips, making my arm as long as I can. And then relax, we'll switch sides. So switch the hand that your forehead rests on. Then we'll do, reach that hand out to the side and up. Thumb up towards the ceiling, reach. Keeping that elbow straight. And again, not only are you going up towards the ceiling, but can you reach those fingertips, making that long arm as long as you can. Still reaching up, keeping that elbow straight. And then relax. All right, so now we're going to a push-up and a plank hold. So you have a couple options. You can go modified, where you're on your knees. We can go up to the toes. And if you want to increase, those are easy, and you want to increase your challenge, now we can do a super slow push-up. Again, you can just hold the plank if you want. And the how narrow or how wide you make your hands will just determine if the more narrow they are and you keep your elbows in, it's going to be more tricep, front of the shoulder. Have your elbows out wide. You're going to work more of the adduction component of the bicep. The last one. Good. All right. Next, we're going to move to our standing exercises. So we're going to do a single leg heel raise. We're going to hold it for about 5 seconds. So I'm just going to put the other leg curled up, or even just keep it along my side. I'm going to go up and hold, and I'm trying to push through this NTP joint. The toes into the floor. And I'm trying to keep weight off the wall, okay? So trying to keep weight off the wall, and then it's how hard can I push the toes into the floor. So not only trying to lift my heel, but I'm also trying to drive those toes and relax. We'll do one more. All right, now we have our gingerbread man, but rather than just up and hold, we're gonna allow the leg that's up off the ground to swing, but we're gonna try to keep the rest of the body nice and stable. So this is challenging your balance, challenging your glutes, working your core. It's a coordination exercise, but because you're moving, you're also going to get your heart rate up a little bit more. Okay, we'll switch legs. So still about shoulder width apart. You go up like the typical gingerbread man, no movement. And then once you lock that in, then it's about how well can you maintain stability of your whole body, allowing that single leg to move through the hip joint. So that's, you can feel the motion of the femoral head moving inside of that hip socket, the acetabulum. That's where the motion should be happening, keeping everything from the pelvis to the ribs as stable as possible. So no movement through here. Often you'll see people do one of these. We want to avoid that. So really just keep it inside of that hip socket, out of the pelvis. All right, now we're gonna just do little hops. So here, I'm just trying to jump, leap the floor, keep it kind of playful. I'm not necessarily going for height. If you need to take a break, you're more than welcome to take a break. We're just gonna go continuous for 60 seconds. And this is our final exercise for round one. So again, these are recommendations. You can modify it as your body tells you. You can take breaks as needed. 5 seconds. All right, we're gonna move back down to the floor. So opposite arm out, arm across the chest for the single leg hip flexion. I've got a small space in my back. I'm taking the leg out to the side just a little bit, not as far as I can go. I'm not going to the extreme. Then I'm gonna let the toes and knee rotate out. Keep that pelvis nice and stable. And then you're gonna lift that leg up about 10 to 15 inches off the floor. You're thinking this side pelvis going towards that knee. They're staying near each other. I kind of sometimes like to separate and go apart with that knee going out to the side, the pelvis falling out to the side that is lifted. What do you want to think about? Can you keep that leg out to the side? Bring the pelvis towards this knee and then relax. Shake it out. Okay, we'll switch. Then let the toes and knee rotate out. And then we're lifting that inside of the heel towards the ceiling. And again, bringing this pelvis towards this knee because they like to kind of go opposites of each other to allow your body to get stability and balance, trying to gain leverage. And so here I'm going to come out of that rotation as much. I just feel a little instability and it feels like it wants to bounce a little bit. So I just decided to one of the extreme positions there. So less hip rotation. All right, so then this one, we're going to do thumb up towards the ceiling, lift and hold. And I've just got, now I've made a fist and I put my forehead on the back of that fist. I'm thinking reach those fingertips, shoulder up, but don't let that chest rotate. I'm trying to keep my chest down, elbow straight because that elbow likes to bend. Reach and lift. And then relax, we'll switch sides. So I'm taking this hand up, reach those fingertips, thumb up towards the So be cognizant, you know, my feet I had the back side of my toes down, and then I can bring my toes up. And then relax. All right, now we've got our push-ups. So again, we can do modified plank. We can do modified push-ups. Again, the distance that you have your hands will determine. Now what we want to do is try to maintain that same path of motion that your body travels through from continuous reps. You can go up to your toes. Again, stopping to do planks as needed. Good. All right, now we're going to do our standing exercises. So we move to the heel raise. So again, I'm lifting the heel up, I'm pushing through the big toe, but all the toes really. And then relax, and then up, and then really drive, trying to push the toes through the floor. One more. There you go. So up, really drive through the toes, a little bit harder on this side. So on this side, I really have to dig in and really convince my body to push through the toes. Like I don't have very good push right now through this left side toes. Okay, shake it out. Now we're back to our gingerbread man where we go up, we hold, everything is staying stable, and now just the single leg is moving in this lateral and the frontal plane with everything else trying to be nice and stable there. I got too much body movement. And it is easy to go out too far and then you end up moving through my whole shirt. You can see moving as opposed to here, it just stays right underneath the shirt. You can kind of see the bottom hem move a little bit. So again, it's really easy to do one of these, and next thing you know, I'm moving all through here, as opposed to, oh, that shirt is just starting to move. Stays down below that short line where the shirt and shorts meet. Again, you can really feel it on the leg that you're standing on. Okay, shake it out. Now we're going to move to our hops. So you can do both legs. You can even play around and do split stance. And this is just great to help your body get used to different contact points. Staying playful, allow your body to rebound, allow it to catch itself. We can do a single leg hop. Even just putting your foot in different positions as you hop on a single leg is amazing what that does to your center of mass and other muscles that get involved. It's these subtle movements that change the responsibilities of how our muscles help us out, and big time that how things feel, the sensations. And so if the hops are something you haven't done in a while, maybe don't try to go for the full minute, and also maybe stick with the 2, or maybe just do 3 or 4 jumps with anything that is new, just to see how your body recovers. All right, so round 3, we're gonna move back down to the floor. We're taking our opposite arm out to the side, arm across the chest. I'm gonna take the leg out to the side, let the toes rotate out, lift and hold. Just trying to get that pelvis up towards this leg. And I'm having a hard time with that today. This side really wants to fall down. So we'll switch sides. Leg out, arm out to the side. Same side, arm across your chest. Leg out to the side. Rotate toes out, knee out. And then lift that leg. Bring this pelvis towards this knee. And the calmer you can breathe, nice, 5 to 6 second inhales. Nice exhales for about the same duration, maybe a little bit longer. And then relax, lowering that leg down. All right, now we're gonna flip over. So again, forehead to the back of the hand. We're gonna go ahead and lift up. Reach those fingertips away from the body. Thumb up towards the ceiling, elbow straight. Trying to feel nice separation with each inhale. Try to get nice separation of your rib cage. When you inhale, let that really expand. We'll switch sides. Again, being aware of where your toes are at. Sometimes this way, the weight of the legs forces your feet into dorsiflexion. So you might want to have the tips of the toes up, which are more dorsiflexed through the ankle. You can even try to get to where the toes are more extended, as opposed to here, they're flexed, with the ankle being plantar flexed. And relax. All right, we're back to the push-up plank. So again, we can go here. We can go up to the toes. Depending on, and that's one of the nice things about a yoga mat is that it provides similar width. So then you can make sure that, your hands are pretty similar positions. You can be consistent from round to round of where your hands are at. You can do variations. So the first time I did the hands in, the last time I did them a little bit further out, wider than what they are now. So this is kind of like the medium position, the in-between. And if you have wrist issues, being aware that being in this position for a minute is putting a lot of strain and stress on those wrists. So it might be something that you also have to work up to. So, feel fine if you have to take small breaks or even work yourself up to being able to hold those positions for a full minute, or being able to do, 3 full rounds. So now we're doing the heel raise. So we're lifting up, pushing those toes into the floor. And then relax. And then once again. So not only am I thinking about getting that heel up, but pushing the toes down. One more. So that time, my toes like to be apart from each other. So that time I purposefully brought that toe in closer, and it just totally changed the sensation and made it a lot more challenging. So that's it. Through awareness, observing what your body's first instinct is or what it naturally wants to do, and then challenging it to say, hey, can you do these other positions? Get that heel up, drive through those toes, and then relax. We'll do one more. And so there, on that one, I wasn't even able to make the full 5 seconds on that final hold. It was just putting too much sensation through my ball of the foot. So my limiting factor didn't really feel muscular, but more about how my sensation felt through my bones and joints. So then that, it was like, oh, just too much pressure going through that contact point. So that's why I had to do less. So sometimes it's muscular, sometimes it's just how it feels in the joint. Sometimes it's, hey, I don't have a lot of experience at that exercise, so I'm not even gonna risk it. Okay, maintain the hips. We're down to switch, we're up and holding. So this stays perfectly still. As that leg moves inside of that pelvis, we're again avoiding any of that pelvic motion. And again, the goal of this exercise is to challenge the leg that you're standing on and then challenge core control. We're not trying to challenge how far the leg can move out to the side. All right, now we have our hops. Final exercise. So since this is the first time I've done these in a long time, I already did one round with variation. I'm not going to vary it this time based upon it's something that's new to me. And then also when doing the heel raise, my left foot was giving me some feedback saying, hey, you've already given me enough today. And here, just be really soft through the knees. Just let those knees bounce and catch you. And you're just jumping right back up. We're not going for height or anything. More just consistency and a nice rhythm. And relax. All right. So a good little workout, get more of your heart rate up.